So my mom's been in that place now for over a week. And I'm getting more and more scared. Because it's my nature to be scared, you know? I'm just scared in general, and you know, I'm stressed to the max, and that intensifies my fear. I'm trying to do the best I can, taking care of the dogs. I'm so grateful for my shelter friend. She's my rock. She made me repeat to myself, because I don't want to accept that my mother's family, I don't even consider them my family. I stopped considering that. I told you the aunt who has cancer got a free pass just because, you know, otherwise. My shelter friend made me repeat. I had to say over the phone, I am my mother's only family. And meanwhile I'm screaming, no. Even she knows it. I mean, before she got sectioned yet again, you know, a month or so ago, or whenever it was, doesn't matter, she told me, she's like, she might have said it when I first moved in here 7, 8 months ago, I don't know, but she said, when her sister, when Karen dies, you know, the rest of the family's saying, I'll probably never see them. I said, yeah, Mom, you're right. But if she can say it, you can say stuff and you don't really accept it, you know. My mother's pain is my pain. It's always been that way. There's nothing that I can do. One bad thing about my shelter friend, but she's just really trying to help, is that she really thinks that I can change this aspect of myself, and I can't. She says, yes, you can. You just have to learn how to condition yourself. You have to stay strong for your mother, Laura. How is she going to accept her family's rejection of her? You know, and you have to expect the worst, Laura. They might shut her off and not even let her see her dying sister. Expect the worst. Hope for the best and expect the worst. It's pouring out. It's lightning, thunder. You just heard it, I'm sure. Poor dogs, they don't know what's going on. Just like that movie Red Dog. His owners, he loves him. He's suddenly gone because he's dead. And the dog didn't see him die, so the dog doesn't understand. And it's a true story. And the dog searches the entire world looking for his owner. And then he finally comes back home years later because he never found his owner. He doesn't understand. Omar and Angel, particularly, they don't understand. Particularly Angel, because Omar at least knows me, you know. Omar was mine. Omar is mine. But Angel only knows my mom, and she doesn't understand. It's just sad. It's just all killing me, you know. But thank God I have my shelter friend. And thank God I have YouTube, too. Imagine if I didn't have either. In high school, last year and a half, I had nothing. Not only did I have nothing, as in nobody close to talk to. You know, a close friend, yes, last year and a half, because we moved to Florida. My dad and his girlfriend, you know, visited Florida and then decided they wanted to move there, so we moved the middle of my junior year, and I lost my you know, I had to leave behind all my family, my mom, my best friend. But not only did I not have friends the last year and a half, I had my father there to ridicule my lack of a social life. So not only was I a loser, a complete loser, I had my father there to remind me of what a loser I was. His alcoholic sister even sat me down one day. "Do you have any friends at all, Laura?" Oh, how humiliating, huh? But meanwhile, she's a fucking raging alcoholic. You know, I mean, what business is it to her for her to even be sitting there judging me, you know? Feigning concern, but it's really just... I escaped into books. I escaped into romance novels, you know, those ones, the corny ones. I imagined a world where I wasn't so lonely and wasn't such a loser. But I can't control my, like, I keep forgetting, you know, I can't do what I did today. You know, my shelter friend said, "You should have just torn it up, Laura. You shouldn't even have told your mom." And I go and call her while she's still in the hospital, still vulnerable. What the fuck's wrong with me? Because I want her angry. But we don't, there's a thin line. We don't know how much she can take. And while she's still in that hospital, telling her that my cousin returned to send her the friggin' birthday card that my mom had sent to her nephew, to my cousin's son, like my mom's been doing for all of the dying aunt's grandchildren, all of my mom's nieces, nephews, of just, you know, the beloved sister, the one who's dying. And what kind of message are you sending loud and clear if you return to send her the birthday card? My mother's been sending these out forever to all the children. From day one, every birthday. Because she loves her family. Return to sender? Why would you do that? That's evil. To my poor sick mother. God, it wasn't some, you know, whatever. Like I told you, crazy man who my mom was married to and I lived with for over a year with them after I had nowhere to go, graduated from college. He would send crazy, like, he would mail our stuff like I told you, but he'd also mail like frozen dinners, and of course they'd arrive all, you know what I mean? My mom didn't do that. My mom's never done that. She sent a fucking birthday card to my cousin. Sent it back. They blame, you know. My shelter friend said, yeah, mental illness, people think it's contagious, or they just don't want to be bothered and whatnot, you know. My shelter friend's like, why are you shocked, Laura? I'm not shocked. Your family's evil. You were talking about it. They're probably just going to completely reject your mom. They might even shut her off completely from her dying sister, their dying mother. Then my mom's like, well, they can't stop me from going to the funeral. That's what you think, Mom. They could. I don't understand. My mom's sick. She's not like some kind of crackhead or some evil, you know what I mean? She's just sick. You're going to reject her who's been so, thoughtful and loving and always Marion wouldn't ever, nobody would expect her to. There's no thing saying that you have to send any kind of birthday cards to your niece or nephews, I know Marion doesn't do it. My mom even said as much one time. When I was saying, oh, you're sending such and such, I just said, does Marion? And I was like, I don't think so, And no one would say you have to remember the birthday of every one of your nieces and nephews. I don't think so. But my mom did. Sorry, Omar, but you can't sleep in here. Mama just can't deal with you. She needs to sleep. Barking at the thunder. You do return to sender to somebody who's not sick, who pisses you off or something. You don't do that to someone who's sick. Rejected, return to sender. Like my mother chooses her illness, like she, Where the fuck is this world's compassion? And I just don't understand. Empathy. Just vicious. It's vicious. Like I said in my other video, I'm so glad I've saturated YouTube. These people have changed, or life got to them, or I don't know. But God, you could just rip up the card or something. No, that's sending a message loud and clear to my mentally ill schizophrenic mother. We don't want any part of you. And my shelter friend says, yeah, Laura, say it. Say it, because you have to stay strong for your mom. If you can't deal with it, she's not. I know, shelter friend, but I can't. I can't. Them rejecting me is one thing. I'm the black sheep. I'm the one who had the stripping website and is the unconventional and has done phone sex for a living and was a whore and whatnot, okay? My mom is just nice and naive and loves her family and wants to, She's thrown me to the wolves. And she put me in that shelter. And I get upset, understandably. Stop being so selfish, Laura. Karen's dying. Don't upset the family. I said to my shelter friend, no, they cannot possibly do this to my mom. They cannot shut her off from her dying sister. She'll lose her mind. But I don't know. I don't understand. I don't understand how my cousin, like I said, I think people nowadays, too many people just don't care. Oh, they care. I'm not saying they don't love. They love their immediate family, okay? They love their immediate family, and the rest of the world can go, or maybe a couple so close friends or something. But in general, the rest of the world can just go, they don't care. That's what I think. Because I'm not going to sit there and, I'm not going to say, oh, my family, I'm not going to say, oh, they don't love. I'm going to say that they're just, people are caught up in their little worlds, That's why in my poem for now I said, because people are just going to call me crazy, You're all lost in your drama. You put on all your armor while I lay myself naked before you. I feel death's constant presence, so I am left defenseless. This is just something I am forced to do. Knowing the price for me, you whisper, oh, she's crazy, and go on with your little lives, or else you put me down, wish I was not around to force you to open up your eyes. Too many people they don't give a damn what's going on with the world. They have no empathy, no sensitivity, no compassion. I can tell you firsthand, my cousin didn't used to be like this. I mean, not 20 years ago or something. I mean, I've experienced her cry and care, even in regards to me and whatnot, but return to sender rejected a goddamn fucking birthday card to your son with a check enclosed that my mom has been sending to your son for 16, however many years, that she's been sending to all of the dying woman's children's children, my mom's nieces, nephews, since they have had birthdays. I mean, I don't understand. All right, Laura, snap out of it, says very strong, firm, my rock, I called her, shelter friend, okay? This is reality, Laura. Remember, we talked about what is versus what you want to be. It's reality. The card came back, rejected, return to sender. You can't change it. You have to be strong for your mother, or she's going to wind up in a home just like you have feared. I'm glad I have saturated the internet with the truth about my so-called family, and I'm glad that their pictures, I have every picture because I spent 50 total hours at CVS, not all at once, of course, different days, different months, whatever, probably even different years, scanning all my old pictures that I've been taking since I was 10. I have pictures that show me as little kids with these cousins, with the woman who's dying of cancer, with my Aunt Mary, with them all. I have pictures, and they're all out on Flickr. Mary thinks she can control me. She's wrong. Like I said, she'd like to put a barking collar on me. If it meant she could control, stifle my instincts, that she doesn't approve of. When I first moved in here, my mom told me. My mom tells me everything. She's like, no, Mary said to me, what, Mom? She said, Laura's not still doing that internet stuff, is she? And, of course, my mom covered my ass, because my mom knew damn well I was still doing the internet stuff. She said, no. Okay? Because you have a reputation to uphold. Like Mary can control me. Like Mary can stop me. No one will stop me. They'll fail if they try. I'm on a one-track mission. Do it or die. That's an old poem. Very old poem. Might be out on my website. I don't know. Probably is. That poem's from like 20 years ago, I think. I don't know. I'm just so hurt for my mom's sake. I said I've given up on these people, but I didn't think they'd do this to my mother. But I shouldn't have called my mom and told her. She gets upset in there. They'll keep her in there longer. That was stupid of me. And even my shelter friend won't even let me hate myself. She scolds me. You shouldn't have done that, Laura. And then I know I'm horrible. I shouldn't have done that, and I'm just, and she won't let me beat up on myself either because she loves me, Anyway, going to bed. I go to bed this late. I'm going to wake up like 3 hours. Sucks. I shouldn't have gone to bed this late, but I was creating videos all, I was sparked. I wouldn't have probably created any more videos today. I was done. I was burned out. And then Omar and I go for a walk at night. I stop at the mailbox to get the mail, and I got that, and I was in shock. My shelter friend's like, why are you shocked, Laura? I'm not shocked. Because things still shock me. I thought it was, when I first got it, of course, I thought, oh, this must be somebody sending a card to my mom to wish her well and whatnot. No. Just Return to sender rejected. Birthday card that my mom sent out, you know, a little bit before she wound up sectioned again to the mental hospital. She sent it like she always does to her nephew for his birthday. Return to sender rejected. Evil. My shelter friend voiced my sentiments because I was calling, I was calling my family evil for what they did to me in 2009. Like I said, I'm the black sheep. But then my mom's the mentally ill one, and they just don't want to be bothered. People nowadays, they just want their immediate family and their friends, and that's, But whatever. She, I don't know what I was going to say. I'm upset. Here I'm thinking that it's like a get well thing for my mom or and nope, it was a return to sender from my cousin. My mom had sent out this birthday card to her son, my cousin's son, my mom's nephew, the dying woman's grandchild, just, a few days before my mom got sectioned into the nut house yet again. And what more loud and clear message that can you send of rejection than that? It's just sick on so many levels. It's just sad on so many levels. And I'm grateful that I can put it out here in the world. I know only a few people watch most of my videos. The ones where I'm half naked get the most views a lot of times, or when I'm talking about sex. I have some out here that I talked about sex and I was half naked and they were flagged, but YouTube didn't, issue me a strike. They made them, they must have watched them, and they determined that they just were age restricted, Anyway, I gotta go to bed. I'm getting sadder and sadder by the day. Should that title that video this video that? I'm getting sadder and sadder by the day.